Welcome back. Okay, so we all know AI is an incredible tool, right? It's a game changer for productivity. But here's the big question. How do we use all that power without accidentally leaking sensitive company data or customer information? Well, today, we're going to tackle exactly that. One of the most critical skills you can have right now, protecting privacy right inside your AI prompts. And just so you know, what we're covering today is part 8 of a really comprehensive 20-lesson free tutorial from Virtualization Options LLC. It's called Prompt Engineering Strategies, Getting the Results You Want While Protecting Privacy and Sensitive Information. We're diving deep into the privacy part today. So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the right mindset, because that's where it all begins. Then we'll jump into 2 powerful techniques, data masking and anonymization. After that, we'll talk about the people side of things, building a real privacy culture. And we'll wrap it all up with a little practice and some key terms. Sound good? Let's dive in. First things first, before we even get into any tools or fancy techniques, it all starts with how we think. It's about building a new habit, a new instinct really, a security-first mindset. So what does that actually mean? It means security isn't some special event you plan for. It has to become an automatic reflex. For every single prompt you write, you need to take a half second and just think, what's in here that shouldn't be? It's just like looking both ways before you cross the street. It has to become that ingrained before you hit enter. Okay, so how do we put that mindset into action? Well, the simplest, most effective place to start is with a technique called data masking. Honestly, this should be your go-to move, your first line of defense every single day. Let's look at a super common example. Instead of typing a real person's name and their actual email into the prompt, you just swap them out with generic placeholders, something like client name and email address. The AI still totally gets the task. It knows to draft an email, but it never sees the actual private info. And this works just as well for sensitive business data. You got a specific contract value? Nope, that just becomes dollar amount. An 18-month term? That's just time frame. The AI can still analyze the structure of the deal without ever knowing the confidential numbers. It's pretty smart. Now, here is a brilliant one for protecting your company's strategy. I mean, think about it. If you name your specific competitors, you're revealing a whole lot about your market focus. Instead, just mask them as competitor A and competitor B. You get the analysis you need without leaking any of your strategic intelligence. And the best part is, the whole process is incredibly simple. You mask the sensitive stuff in your prompt, you let the AI do its magic and generate the response, and then, back in the safety of your own document, you do a quick find and replace to put the real information back in. This whole thing adds what? Maybe 10 seconds to your workflow, but it gives you this huge layer of protection. It's fast, it's easy, and it really works. But what happens when a simple placeholder like client name just isn't enough? For more complex prompts, sometimes we need to graduate from basic masking to more advanced anonymization methods. Now, what's really cool here is how you can use different strategies for different kinds of data. So instead of a specific date, you might use a relative time frame, like last quarter. Instead of an exact financial figure, maybe you use a range, like a mid-six-figure contract. And instead of a full street address, you could just say our Northeast region office. You see? You're giving the AI enough context to work with while keeping the raw data completely under wraps. So what if you need to talk about the same client multiple times in one long prompt? That's where tokenization is a lifesaver. All you do is assign a unique placeholder, a token, like client A. Then you use that same token every single time you refer to that client. The AI can then track the entire relationship and context of the conversation, all without ever knowing who client A really is. We've talked about some great techniques, but the best tools in the world don't mean a thing if people don't use them. And that brings us to maybe the most important part of any security strategy, the human factor. I just want to let this one sink in for a second. Technology alone is insufficient. Human behavior determines privacy safeguards success. That is the absolute truth. A privacy-conscious culture is your ultimate defense, and that only comes from great training and a sense of shared responsibility. And effective training isn't just sending out a memo. No way. It involves showing people real-world examples of what can go wrong. It means giving them hands-on practice, providing clear step-by-step guides, and doing regular refreshers to keep everyone sharp. And maybe most importantly, everyone needs to know exactly who to talk to if they have a question or a concern. All right, let's bring this all home and make it actionable. In this last section, we're going to do a quick challenge and then review the key terms we've talked about today. So here it is. Here's your call to action. I want you to think of a prompt you use pretty regularly in your day-to-day work. Maybe it's for drafting emails or summarizing reports, whatever. After this, take a good look at it and ask yourself, what sensitive info is in here? Then, try rewriting it using the masking or anonymization techniques we just covered. So as you take on that challenge, let's just do a lightning review of our 3 key terms. First up, data masking. Remember, this is your foundation. It's simply swapping out sensitive data for a generic placeholder, like client's name. Easy peasy. Next up, we had anonymization. This is a step beyond just masking. Here, you're actually modifying the data to make it less specific, using Northeast region instead of a city, or mid-6 figures instead of an exact dollar amount.
And finally, we covered tokenization. This is your go-to tool for longer, more complex prompts. It's all about using a consistent, unique placeholder, like Client A, to refer to the same person or company over and over, letting the AI track context without ever knowing the real identity.
So I'll leave you with that one question to think about. What is one prompt that you use every single day that you can make safer right now? Because building these secure habits, it all starts with that one simple, practical step. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.